I've been having a lot of them wet dreams.
The male counterpart is the incubus. Religious traditions hold that repeated intercourse with the succubus may result in the deterioration of health or even death.
Yep.
The modern fictional representatives of succubus may or may not appear in dreams and is often depicted as a highly attractive seductress or enchantress, whereas in the past, succubi were generally depicted as frightening and demonic. The word is derived from late Latin succuba, from succubare, to lie under, used to describe the supernatural being as well. It says, according to Zohar, an alphabet of Ben Sira, Lilith, and Adam's first wife, who later became a succubus.
If that was a lie, he had no damn first wife, Lilith.
She left Adam.
Unless you believe in Jewish fables.
Right.
She left Adam and refused to return to the Garden of Eden.
That ain't in the scripture.
After she made it with the archangel Samael. But that's a lie too. There's no such thing. There's no archangel named Samael. In Zoharistic Kabbalah.
See that? Because that's what it's about. It's all about the Kabbalah.
Yep.
There were 4 succubi who made it with the archangel Samael. There were 4 original queens of the demons. Lilith, Mahalath, Agrat Bat Malat, and Nahama. Yeah, that was it.
Incubus.
Yeah.
This is also from Wikipedia.org, titled Incubus.
Because the women get it too. And you get a one-way street with this one.
Okay.
It says an incubus, nominational form constructed from the Latin verb incubo or incubare, meaning to lie upon, is a demon in male form who, according to a number of mythological and legendary traditions, lies upon sleepers, especially women, in order to have sexual intercourse with them.
Right, there you go, right there.
Dracula.
You got actually dudes that do that shit.
Its female counterpart is a succubus.
Yeah.
An incubus may pursue sexual relations with a woman in order to father a child.
And a lot of you women got caught up like that.
And another a visual that they showed that on is one, the story of Dracula, and the movie End of Days with Arnold Schwarzenegger, with the demon spirit, and it looked just like that picture that the brother just showed with the little with the wings. They show in the End of Days, this demon just like that little white boy who had to have sex with that girl in order to preserve that demonic life and have a child by her, because she kept on having dreams throughout the whole movie that he was gonna have sex with her. Yeah. That was his main initiative. Yep.
That's it. That's all he was chasing the bitch from.
Yep. Listen.
Shit else out there.
It says an incubus may pursue sexual relations with a woman in order to father a child. As in the legend of Merlin, religious tradition holds that repeated intercourse with an incubus or succubus may result in the deterioration of health or even death.
That's what happened to you women and you guys. Y'all actually said to y'all say, man, ever since I got with old girl, ever since I got with old boy, that man, I don't feel like working out. My whole life is in shambles. I don't know what to do.
Yep.
I feel like this motherfucker draining me.
Yep.
It seemed like this motherfucker got like some hold on me. I don't know what's holding me here, but my whole life's falling apart. And y'all been saying it amongst y'allself and don't understand the spirit world, that you either got a succubus or an incubus that's dealing with you. And your other mate, it ain't like that person purposely did this. It can be the spirit world identified knowing you of the elect coming after you, attacking you. So you have to gear yourself up with what? The scriptures.
That's right.
Which gonna lead you into what? All truths. You're gonna run into stuff like this, and then you're gonna understand. That's why old girl and I've been feeling like in my whole life I don't feel like doing that. Like you have been started off, you all pro everything.
Yep.
Body like 6-figure job. After being with her for a year or less,
Lost
She
your job.
pregnant, you lost your job, you don't even care you lost your job. That's how bad. And
That's-
your whole family will say something ain't right with you. Ever since you got with her, something ain't been right with you. And the women they get the same thing. Ever since you got with dude, you ain't been yourself. That's what they'll say to you.
Yep.
That's what they'll say.
That's going on right now with this guy at my job. Exactly this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've been.
It's
He was
going
nice
on all
built.
around us, cuz. Go
He
ahead,
started
go ahead.
messing with her a little bit. He was telling me about it and stuff. And he didn't get a little big. He didn't start getting a little sick now.
Yeah.
He spending his money. He was like, damn
Yeah.
man, you know we
And he
go out
don't
all the
care.
time. Nope.
And he don't care.
Nope.
He got that spirit on him.
Mhm.
If he knew about this, he'd be able to protect himself.
Yep. You could tell all in his face. It looked like he getting old.
Yeah.
And I only been there for a couple of months. He looked like, damn, he looked like he getting old.
Yeah, cause when they say it
That
drains
energy,
the life force
yep.
out of you, that's your
Yep.
energy.
That's your
that
energy.
keep you looking like
Yep.
like that young little dog
Yep.
you start getting. Cause you know what they'll say to you to prove that. Hey, don't look like he losing his light a little bit. Motherfuckers that make
His
comments
color,
like that about you.
Yeah.
Like it's like he getting dim.
Yep.
Like you see it in his eyes and
Yep.
his facial,
Yep.
everything.
That's exactly what's going on with him.
Yeah. So yeah, he got one of them spirits on there. So you gotta watch out for those. That succubus and that incubus. You gotta watch out for them too. And we gonna, we gonna get a little magic. And we got some scriptures. But I'm gonna read this one first. This Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's actually what we actually doing.
God.
We actually bring out the information. That's what this means by they telling on themselves. Because pull that fossilized custom. All these books, Edomites made these books.
That's right.
See that? Matter of fact, here go Tex Mars right here.
Yep.
See that? This is the white dude that put this book together.
Devil.
They actually show you signs, mystical something, decoding something of the Illuminati. I gotta have the book. I've been putting work in, as you can see. Pass the motherfucker around to educate people. And here go another book that a lot of brothers got. Fossilized Customs. We got other books that they tell on themselves. These crackers telling on themselves.
And look, and another thing. Hold on. Put that book back up there to show that these damn devils know. Cause I got mad when I found this out in the book. They got the name of the Lord on there, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
Right, but they not gonna never turn the characters around that they give you on the back of the raggedy ass book. See that? These the characters you gonna get to pronounce that shit though.
The Deleth and all that crap.
Right, you ain't gonna never get it. They'll give you the Greek alpha, maybe.
Right.
But other than that, you stuck.
Yeah.
See that?
Yep.
Secret architects out in this cap. So our point of we have these books to show you their scriptures. Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Everybody getting these books and finding out who these Edomites is, and we breaking it down through the internet under the power of Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. Everybody getting away from you damn crackers.
That's right.
That's what's going on, and we ain't gonna stop, and we don't plan on letting up. None of that. Not until, like Yahweh Shai said, not until I make thou enemy sit out thou
Footstool.
Until then, ain't nothing shaking.
Give them no rest.
Okay, we're gonna do a little magic. Just give them a little bit of the magic.
Okay.
Because it got a warlock in there. That's the only one I want to come out.
Oh, okay. This is magician, the paranormal from Wikipedia.org. It says a magician is a practitioner of magic that has the ability to attain objectives or acquire knowledge or wisdom using supernatural or non-rational means. Some modern magicians, such as Aleister Crowley,
See that? Have you ever heard of that guy?
And those who follow the traditions of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, and Ordo Templi Orientis,
Yep. The Templars, the Knights Templar.
Yep.
describe the magic in rational terms, using definitions, postulates, and theorems.
Now, ain't that what that is? Give me that yellow piece of paper. Ain't that what this is?
Exactly.
That's exactly what this
that
is.
Yeah.
Read what they use again. Because we could have made this up.
They describe magic in rational terms.
Rational terms. That's what these are. The dragon with the fire wings and shit. That's a rational term. I understand that, but I still know that, hold on, something decoded about
Right.
that. Because I'm an adult, I ain't no kid. Now, that's why they get us to kids. Because to a kid, that's cool.
Yep.
Exactly.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, the knights fighting the dragons. That'll work for a kid. But me being an adult, I'm going to say a dragon with wings. See how I'm going to think about it?
Yeah.
It's a rational term. So I'm not going to know that it's something wrong with it. I'm going to say, okay, motherfucker dragon got fiery wings.
You'll think about all the damn cartoons they make.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That's it. All them
That's
cartoons that they put out. But them is actually demons. Those is actually deities.
Using definitions
Uh-oh.
and postulates and theorems. That's the whole.
That's
thing.
all of that because they give out the names of them. Like, let me see, what's it? Black cow, black or purifying matter. They get into They get into that chemistry. I mean,
Alchemy.
right, that alchemy of mixturing things. They put a term to it, put a name to it, and they classify it as such as what it just did. Baths, cleansing, dissolving a solid in a liquid. But basically, it's showing that it's
You right.
it's showing that how they use these different terms to justify the witchcraft and they talk.
Exactly. That's exactly what they doing. And that's why the magic is showing you how do it actually works. And that's why we got the paper.
And what they doing is they teaching the children how to make potions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without
potions,
even
right.
knowing it.
There's no coincidence that the first one is bad, and the first ingredient that you need to make potions is water,
Yep.
because it's a soluble and it helps all the
Dissolve anything.
Yeah, it helps you
Makes
dissolve
anything
everything
into-
and mix it.
Yeah.
That goes with chemistry.
Yeah, so it all goes back. So, but go ahead though.
Aleister Crowley said the magician of the future will use mathematical formulas.
And that's what they do, because that's what this is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially
Numerology,
this.
mathematical formulas.
Yeah.
Third power to this power to that.
Yep.
That's how they that's how they also do the Mayans calendar.
Yeah.
Yep.
They do that. They use numerology.
And they need the mathematical formulas to measure the amount of chemicals to put in their potions. That's where the measuring cups and all that comes in.
Yep.
And the paranormal kind of magician, unlike the stage illusionist, can also be referred to as an enchanter, wizard, mage, magus, or the thaumaturgist. These overlapping terms may be distinguished by some traditions or some writers. When such distinctions are made, sorcerers are more often practitioners or evocations of black magic,
Yeah.
and there may be variations on level and type of power associated with each name.
See that? So depending on what demon you summon, they got different powers.
Harry
Yep.
Potter.
Harry Potter, right?
It says some names distinguished or aspects may have more or negative connotations than others, depending on the setting and the context. Yeah. So like for the good guys it will be magician, and for the bad guys it will be warlock,
Right.
or it'll be wizard.
Dumbass.
Right, right. Okay, we can go into the scriptures now.
It was one right in front of you, all. No, I said yeah, it was one right in front of
Ah,
You said you got a special.
you. Right. Yeah, because what I do is since people is into this witchcraft and they don't know it all goes back to Egypt, we gonna go back to Egypt. Right.
That's where the shit come from.
this is Exodus chapter 4 verse 1.
Sister Polite.
Right.
And Moses answered and said, But behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice. For they will say, The Lord hath not appeared unto thee. And the Lord said unto him, What is that in thine hand? And he said, A rod.
Right. So this is where your magic come in at.
And he cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent. And Moses fled from before it. And the Lord said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail.
That's why the serpent is this magical, mystical animal, because the power at beast set that animal up. It goes all the way back to the garden. That's why it's just reference to him. But at the garden, it was about him being more subtle and trickery than everybody. But a snake is considered a what? A lion, conniving person. someone not to be trusted.
Yep.
But in this form, it's being used in magic. But the first magic trick is coming from the power at B. Yahweh shot. Well, that was Yahweh.
And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe the Lord power of their fathers.
See?
The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob have
So-
appeared unto thee.
Right, so the original power deal with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yep.
With Moses, the 12 tribes of Israel. That's why we able to decode and break y'all magic down today. He said he was gonna cut it off. Isaiah 47. He said he was gonna cut it off. Today y'all met y'all match. Exodus 7:6. Y'all, they matched. Matter of fact, I get something here for you.
That's Exodus chapter 7, verse 6. It says, and Moses and Aaron did as the Lord commanded them.
See that? Moses and Aaron did what the Lord commanded them, like we doing today.
So did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old when they spake unto Pharaoh.
So what? Moses was what? 80?
83.
Damn. he was old. No, Moses was what?
It says that Moses was 80 years old, so that's 80.
80. And Aaron was
And Aaron
83.
83.
Yep. And Aaron was 83 years old
Right.
when they spake unto Pharaoh. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you.
Right. Because he believed in magic.
Yep.
That's why he said, show me a miracle.
Exactly.
You're going to walk your ass in my temple talking like you about something. Show me something.
Then
But Yahweh who actually set the Chaldeans up, he already know what kind of magic they into.
Yeah.
That's why he already gave Moses the head up.
Yep.
Then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh, and before his servants, and it became a serpent. The Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers.
Yep.
See that? The wise men and the sorcerers. Because this one got to deal with them now.
Now the magicians of Egypt.
See that? Now the Egyptians of Egypt, I thought I was going to add in everything.
They also did in like manner with their enchantments.
Right, because that's what they was about.
For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rod.
Right.
Right.
Bigger power swallowed up the little power.
That's all I was just about to say.
That's all that's about. The true power.
So you Egyptians, for you Egyptology niggas, the Lord had the best trick.
Right. He gave them their
He
power.
gave them they right, exactly.
That's why his power ate their power up. Because Moses and Aaron deal with the original power.
Exactly.
The only true God.
And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. He refused to let the people go.
Mm-hmm.
So Yahweh got all control.
Get unto Pharaoh in the morning, lo, and he goeth out into the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's brink against he come, and the rod which was turned into the serpent shalt thou take in thine hand.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt say unto him, Lord power of Hebrews hath sent me unto thee.
Ooh, the power of who?
The Lord power of the Hebrews.
See that? That's who the Lord deal with, man.
Yahweh of the Hebrews is in capital.
Mm-hmm.
Let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness.
See, he ain't deal with no dirty ass African. He didn't give a fuck if they was worshiping other gods. It wasn't about them worshiping other gods. He didn't give a fuck they was worshiping other gods.
And behold, hitherto thou wast not here. Thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is mine hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink the water of the river. How far do you want me to take it?
To 12.
Okay. Oh, I'm at 18.
I was just looking at him. Okay, that's it. Daniel 5 and 7.
This is Daniel chapter 5 verse 7.
To 8.
The king cried aloud to bring in the astrologers.
See, now this another one of our ancestors, Daniel. What he was in the Babylonian Empire?
Okay.
And he dealing with them in a witchcraft again. So the king cried aloud.
And the soothsayers
the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers. Go ahead, cuz we want to answer.
No, you.
And the king spake and said to the wise men of Babylon, whosoever shall read this writing, and show me the interpretation thereof, shall be clothed with scarlet, and have a chain of gold about his neck, and shall be the third ruler in the kingdom.
Because he was wiser than those Babylonians.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
But they always want to bank on this Egypt and Africa, this, Africa, that. But throughout the whole scripture that you want to try to disprove us on, showing that Israel was fucking them up in the knowledge.
Yeah.
So where did the knowledge come from?
Came from us.
Joseph gave them the knowledge.
Yeah. Joseph was Imhotep,
Yeah.
the one that y'all claimed that was the all-wise
Great
teacher,
man who
philosopher,
saved
Right.
Egypt from
chemist,
starvation.
Exactly.
Because
Same story.
He the one that actually gave Egypt its power. Because all the other nations knew that Egypt was the only one that had food when they were starving. So that's what gave Egypt more riches and pumped them up.
They would have been
Right.
gone. They would have been dead.
ancestors.
Yeah. So it was
It
us.
was all about us.
I guess you didn't read that story though.
Now don't read the scripture.
You stuck on Second King. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, what they do is they try to do what not to get off of this, but they try to do what we already encountered. They trying to do exactly what we already encountered, what church did. The 5%ers went and got somebody who they know believe in what they believe in, but knows something about some scriptures or some that they think that the scriptures got some discrepancies in it that they can go and bring it to us and we can't answer.
Right.
That's what they be thinking until they bring them in front of us.
Yep. Then came in all the king's wise men, but they could not read the writing, nor make known to the king the interpretation thereof. Then was King Belshazzar greatly troubled, and his countenance was changed in him.
Yeah, let's stop that now.
Okay. And his lords were astonished.
I mean, I'm sorry, just 7 and 8. Yeah, that's
That was
it. Yeah, that's it. Daniel read from over. Daniel 4:1. Yeah, you can put that in there. Gotcha.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 1.
So now,
Nebuchadnezzar the king unto all people, nations, and languages that dwell
now this is the outcome after all that.
in all the earth, peace be multiplied unto you. I thought it
That's
good.
Shalom.
I thought it good to show the signs and wonders that the high power hath wrought toward me. How great are his signs, and how mighty are his wonders. His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and his dominion is from generation to generation. Nebuchadnezzar was at rest in mine house, and flourishing in my place. I saw a dream which made me afraid, and the thoughts upon my bed and the visions of my head troubled me. Therefore made I a decree to bring all the wise men of Babylon before me, that they might make known unto me the interpretation of the dream. Then came in the magicians, the astrologers, the Chaldeans, and the soothsayers, and I told the dream before them, but they did not make known unto me the interpretation thereof. But at the last Daniel came in before me, whose name was Belshazzar, according to the name of my God, and in whom is the spirit of the holy powers. And before him I told the dream, saying, O Belshazzar, master of the magicians, because I know that the spirit of the holy power is in thee, and no secret troubleth thee, tell me the visions of my dream that I have seen, and the interpretation thereof.
That's it. Yeah, so you actually see the king giving praise to Daniel that I know the living power deal with you. Not the Chaldeans, not my soothsayers, not my astrologers.
Yep.
Fuck them. They can't do shit.
Yep.
Leviticus 19. Yeah, well, they can't do nothing. That's why this stuff don't work on us. That's why when the teacher gave my son that information, he brought it home and we breaking it down and using it.
It's Leviticus chapter 19, verse 11. Ye shall not steal, nor you shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
See that? So guess what? We done washed our hands from this Halloween with you people out there in what's this? Internet land.
Yep.
See that? We didn't lie to y'all about what this Halloween is. We ain't stealing from nobody by keeping this information and not doing these lessons. We giving it right to you.
That's right.
So you on your own after this.
And ye shall not swear by my name falsely.
Right, and we say his name truthfully. Yahweh Shah.
Unlike me.
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power, for I am the Lord.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted that, you motherfuckers gotta stop lying to each other. Because ain't none of our leaders telling us nothing about none of that. Psalms 106 and 33. I can't get that one fast enough.
This is Psalms chapter 106, verse 33.
It goes to 40. How much time is that on?
36 minutes.
Okay, you got it.
Because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen, and learned their works.
Like today, that's how y'all did in America.
Mm-hmm.
Which we can't destroy them, but you don't supposed to mingle yourself.
And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them.
And that's what y'all doing today. Y'all serving Halloween, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, so that's a snare unto you.
Yep, that's right.
Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils.
And that's what y'all doing today when y'all give y'all kids over to these philosophies. You sacrificing your kids.
Yep.
Because the Lord gonna kill them. That's what makes them a sacrificial ritual. And at least know that we don't have to have all y'all kids throats slit. By them worshiping our customs and our ways of life, that's sacrificing your kids.
Yep.
That's it.
And shed innocent blood.
Yeah. And they doing that too, because Jay-Z and them, they get into sacrificial rituals. So they do shed innocent blood. They got to do a sacrificial ritual to even get into the fold.
Yep.
Even the blood of their sons and of their daughters.
See that? That's why Jennifer Hudson killed
she
her
killed
whole family.
Yep.
Michael Jordan, his father.
Bill Cosby,
Jay-Z.
his son.
Yeah, see? There you go. They doing the same thing.
And of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
These same African guys.
And the land was polluted with blood. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a-whoring with their own inventions.
Yeah. Yeah. We invent the Christmas trees, put them up in our houses and everything. That's the 40.
This is the last, yep, that's the last one. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against the people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance.
That's why we over here in America. Wisdom of Solomon 12:1.
It's Wisdom of
Yeah,
Solomon,
I'm switch real quick. Follow this list though so we can finish that.
chapter 12, verse 1.
Just Deuteronomy, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. It all goes all in order. I already did this one.
For thine incorruptible
We
spirit
got
is in
two
all
is faster.
things.
Okay.
Uh-oh, what'd he say?
For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
See that? So his incorruptible spirit dwells in all things. So who the fuck told y'all can start sacrificing these people?
Therefore, chastenest thou them by little, and
Let
little
it
that
run.
offend, and warnest them.
I can.
See that? See, you see what he said?
Chastise them little, chastise them by little, and little that offend.
That's why he ain't just killed Israel off. In America today,
Yep.
see how you said we be mad and vexed day by day? Why is come
Right,
on,
why
hit
is it
these
continuing?
people,
Yep.
hit these people. No, he doing it slow. That's how he been doing it.
Long suffering.
Right.
And warnest them by putting them in remembrance, wherein they have offended.
Right. How he doing it? Through us.
It says, and that leaving their wickedness, they may believe on thee, O Lord. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices.
See that? The Druids, the Celtics, the Celtics,
Yep.
they was doing that old wicked ass sacrifice. That's where them white folks got that shit from. Us up in Europe. They didn't invent that. We invented that. Us Israelites.
All that wicked shit.
Yeah. That's what the scripture's telling you. No, they was doing that shit. They wicked inventions doing witchcraft.
It says, and also those merciless murderers, the most merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh,
See?
and the feast of blood.
See? And the feast. Samhain. That was a feast of blood to a demon.
Yep.
The sacrificing of them kids.
Yep.
That's what they're talking about. That's one time period of a lot of time periods that I can name. But this is the topic today.
It says, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew.
See that with the priests was doing this shit. They had priests setting this shit up like it was cool.
And the parents that killed with their own hands
Oh,
souls destitute of help.
you know, how far we got that wisdom? Something going?
You got it to 9.
Okay. It says that the land which thou esteemest above all others might receive a worthy colony of God of the Most High's children. Nevertheless, even those thou separest as men, and didst send wasps, forerunners of thine host, to destroy them by little and little. Now this is going back to the same story we just read with Egypt. This is going into the curses that the Lord plagued Egypt with.
Yeah, plagues.
It says, not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word, but executing the judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, but not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them.
Right, and that's what he do. He give us that how do you say it? When you not knowing, when you're just ignorant to something. I can't think of the word, but that grace, that grace. You get that grace, because that's what we had before we came into the truth. That was all grace. We didn't know we was Israelites. We didn't know what we was doing was wrong and celebrating these holidays. So that was your grace period. Once this truth came and it hit you in your face, that's over with.
You have no more excuse for your sin now. It says, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cogitation would never be changed.
Right. What cogitating is what your thought process. Right. That's why that's why you bring back our thoughts back to us through that Bible.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to read this one. This Leviticus 20 and 27. 20:27. A man also or woman that hath a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death.
See that? So, any of y'all want to examine?
Yeah, so anybody worshiping these holidays and these heathenistic customs, which have everything to do with witchcraft and magic, you'll be put to death.
Yeah.
Because going after Samhain, worshiping Halloween, that's a familiar spirit. You worshiping that man right there, that demon. Or that is a wizard shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones.
Right. So we was given an order that that's what we're supposed to do to people who participate in these type of customs and practices. That's how you know we far from our land. We far from our land and our way of life. So we're going to give you the laws, the ordinance, and the judgments of what Yahweh Shah said to us about this whole Halloween.
Yep. Okay, their blood shall be put upon them. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 10.
Take it to 12.
There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire.
Right, and that's the groves, aka the churches nowadays. They pass them through the fire, worshiping Baal or Molech or any holidays. Okay, go ahead.
Or that useth divination, or an observer.
Miss Cleo.
Yeah.
All of those
psychic
TV
Call
shows.
the psychic hotline and all that stuff.
They was doing that back then.
Palm readers, tarot card readers.
Tarot card readers, yep.
Or an observer of times.
There you go.
Or an enchanter, or a witch.
Yeah, the astrologers.
Or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits.
Right.
Or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy power doth drive them out from before thee.
That's it.
Okay.
That was 12.
Jump to Deuteronomy 22:18.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 18. And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver and give them unto.
What verse is it?
You say Deuteronomy 22:18. I know you probably wrote something else. We'll just skip that one.
Yeah.
I got 2 Kings 23 and 4. 2 Corinthians 2:12. 28. Can't be 28. Second Chronicles 28 and 3.
I just put what, CR?
Yeah. This is 2 Kings 23 and 4. And the king commanded Hilkiah, the high priest, and the priests of the second order, and the keepers of the door, to bring forth out of the temple of the Lord all the vessels that were made for Baal, and for the grove, and for all the host of heaven.
Right, so this is one of our high priests under the king's order to get rid of all of these idol worshiping out of these churches. They call the grove. They call the church today, it was groves back then.
Yep. And for the grove, and for all the host of heaven, and he burned them without Jerusalem in the field of Kebron, and carried the ashes of them unto Bethel. Okay. And he put down the idolatrous priests.
Right, I mean, he killed them. He did exactly what the scripture said. They supposed to be put to death.
Yep. Who the kings of Judah have ordered to burn incense in the high places in the cities of Judah, and in the places round about Jerusalem. Them also that burn incense unto Baal, to the sun and to the moon, and to the planets and to the host of heaven.
Yep, that's all that astrology.
And that's
Star Wars.
yep, and that's proven right there. Everything that guy Polite was saying, because I got a video clip of him, and I'm gonna try to put it up. Basically, everything that he just said about to the sun and to the moon and all that, that's exactly what he's about. That's all he's about, is to worship the planet and worship the moon and the sun. So he's supposed to be put to death.
I'm gonna keep it 100 though. I'm gonna keep it 100 though. Anybody wise enough? Anybody wise enough? Anybody wise enough to highly revere the sun? Anybody wise enough to bear witness to the sun as one of the highest form of energy? If you decide to worship that sun over man's word in that Bible, I would still question the man that's studying man's word in a manuscript as opposed to the sun that's obviously keeping us alive every day. That's one of the highest forms of energy without speculation that sustains all life. How you gonna knock me if I decide to worship that as opposed to the words of men? So either way, you're not making no sense, man. That's a low form of intelligence where hold on, it's a low form. It's a low form of it's a low form of intelligence to circumvent what the sun do for me, to embrace what man put in that damn. Let me explain something to you. And we're gonna move on to this black woman. Go ahead. Let me explain something to you. If you're gonna look at the ancient Egyptians. You come from the womb. So worship it? Yo, hold on, brother. Let him go. The ancient Egyptians, when they highly revered earth, water, go back over there, sun. When the ancient Egyptians revered these things, these are all things that we need to study more. Anything we revere is that which we must study. You understand what I'm saying? So we hold the sun in reference. If you want to get close to that which you revere, you study it more. So if I study the sun more, I realize, like for instance, in America, 90% of all people in America are vitamin D deficient. You know why? Because they don't get enough sunlight. And if you don't get enough vitamin D, guess what's going to happen? You become depressed. You might even become violent. You become overly emotional. 90% of America is vitamin D deficient. But imagine if your God told you, acknowledge and worship that sun. It would give you the inclination to study that sun. And in turn, you would get what you need from that sun. Imagine if your God said, acknowledge that water or hold that water in reference, because that water sustains you. Because one of the attributes of God is the sustainer. You understand? So if I drink of water, then I revere it, then I must study it, and then I'll find out alkaline water is more conducive to my body. You see, so our gods always gave us incentive to study what we need to sustain ourselves. They are getting caught up in the actual object as opposed to what it provides, which is sustenance. And that's what they say that God provides, sustenance. So what we're telling you is, man, the doctrine of the Egyptians is so deep to some people because they're trying to complicate the shit. It's not that deep. You feel me? It's not that deep. Worship the sun. Acknowledge the sun. Because what? It sustains you. Worship the water. You know why? Because it sustains you. Worship the ground you're on. You know why? They keep you humble. You lucky you have earth to be on. You lucky the earth bears fruits, bears trees, grows plants. So we were always told, acknowledge, and then we put a deity there to personify.
Absolutely.
To personify that which helps sustain us. It's called personification. And when we go into the stars, it's called anthropomorphization. That's what it's called. When we give a human characteristic